What's going on, y'all? It is great to see you guys again. We have got the Solo YOLO event from the World Series of Warzone World Championships that just happened in my current city, Las Vegas, baby. Congrats to the winner on getting 50 bands, aka a year's salary for one game of Warzone. I'm going to skip right into it. Make sure y'all tap in for this video. It's absolutely crazy. And the ending, oh my gosh, could not believe it. Hope y'all love it. Let me know what you think in the comments. I'll see you guys next time. Pretty much my own personal solo YOLO challenge.
Well, good evening,
50 racks, but it was for the big 50 though.
We're going to be starting with Breadman. Thank you, production. Thank you very
Posting
much.
that video
Folks, we're going to be taking a look at all
either
the
later
streamer
today or tomorrow, so make
POVs
sure you
because
stay
they've got
tuned for that
beautiful
too.
faces. They're probably talking to their chats. And well, it's solos. We don't care about a team because there isn't one. You alone. You are on an island, and frankly, you've got a lot to prove and a ton to earn. And already, it looks like Otter's getting into the mix and taking down Aiden, sitting in the gulag.
Wow, man. You remember like some of the content we put out, and we were talking about the Solo YOLO in particular. It was Aiden who said, I'm kind of owed one at this point. Second to Scump back in 2021 and E700 on the other side. Do or die.
Every gulag matters. This is do or die. And Aiden, nice shots down lane. Both players' shields cracked. Where do you go from here? He's going to push the equation. Aiden gets the gunfight, and Aiden wins the gunfight. What did I say earlier? You go to the gulag against Aiden, it's not a good time.
I mean, E700 down and out. No 50K for you. We're already to 117. And, well, Otter Eyes spectating here. King AJ still in the mix, coming back from the gulag. And I almost feel like I can see the pain in his eyes from that.
Yeah, Otter, I think, got killed off rip and then lost gulag. I'm not sure, but unfortunately out. Now, we go to the king, the player at the top. Obviously, the Falcons
we already know they won.
Some odd points in day one. This is the most earned Warzone player of all time, and he's done it in an unbelievable fashion. Will he retire? Maybe if he wins this 50K, he'll say, yeah, I'm done. See you later.
Look, hear me out. I was seeing some tweets on the timeline, and, well, Shifty himself said, hey, if I win this, I'm going to go drop 50K on Black.
Okay. All right, Shifty. Hold your horses, my man. That's a lot of money. All right. I mean, you do you. We'll see. Biffle's talking, saying, okay, we're in Pop-Up maybe, or maybe there's people in Pop-Up.
Oh, here we are.
All right, Shifty. Look, it would be pretty interesting to see, you know, the Falcons win day one.
Shifty just
one of them
to be able to get
the Solo YOLO, and then win tomorrow as well. I mean, talk about inevitable. Jeez.
I always feel like somebody's watching me. And when you've got a precision airstrike and we're actually doubling down, using it as binoculars, just lurking, not shooting, not want to give your positions away. And, well, the LTV incoming. Please tell me that's not Biffle, right? We saw him kind of lurking amongst.
True. It could be. I'm not really sure. I'm just here for a good time and a long time. Folks, I'm going to be honest. The only thing that matters right now is that, well, we've lost, it looks like 10 players out of this lobby. And gulags are going to be key. And otherwise, none of these kills matter. It's about setting yourself up for the end game. We can talk strategy all day long. But there's going to be a crazy amount of players alive in this end game. And I think my question is, what circle will we get? If it's city, it's going to be nuts. If it's wide out in the open, it might not be as chaotic, and vehicles will be key.
Well, down into the bunker we go. You can see that red outline on the mini-map. That means we're popping up on a UAV, and, well, we're spotted there, and that's kind of unfortunate, right? Constantly having that influx of pressure, but this is where you've got to ice it up. And, hey, you talked a lot of game earlier in the trios, but now you got to stand on it in the solos.
I mean, if he's been doing anything today, he's certainly been standing on business. So
100%.
I'm sure he is not afraid of this fight. We can take his time. We'll take our time checking out all the POVs that we can. Everybody's important, but the Falcons, of course, on top, getting cut down from behind. It looks like multiple players actually shooting at him, but you're right, it's Vision cutting him down. A little bit too much gas there. Uh-oh, we got Noobs on the other side?
That's a formidable foe.
I'm scared. This is you.
I honestly am kind of nervous for him. Now, we have to think about this, right? Noobs is going to want that 50K. Shifty opens it up with a nice shield crack there, and that connects as well. The Molly to let it burn. Salt in the wound. Shifty.
That's the thing with these tournaments is like, you go to gulag, you're against a monster in that gulag.
I talked a lot about it. I thought Breadman yesterday at
the
dinner.
gulag one-on-one.
DJ
I'd love to see a highlight reel
series,
of just gulag.
but then I remembered something. Think back to last year. Skullface does win, right?
Right.
Do you remember that initial gulag? There was a man named Sage, who's currently on our stage, that gifted a gulag to him to a lot of controversy in the Copper Box Arena. maybe Sage is owed one.
That is a great call. The amount that I got booed, it didn't quite rival Dandro, but it was close. I got booed so much, and I was like, oh, that's a good-hearted thing. Nobody wants to see that. Come on, Goat, you dumbo. But it's a great call. I think Sage could win this one. Obviously a fantastic player. And frankly, he's kind of known for being really good at playing his life as a solo. So, I mean, we'll see.
Well, a bounty currently on Enkyo, currently up on your screen. And, well, that's kind of unfortunate. And we want to see some real powerhouse moves from the French here. They had some good, strong plays in that roster. I mean, top 5, right? Magnificent for them, but at 50,000. But Shifty is out. No 50K on Black. Comes back in from the Gulag, chows for the high ground, and seems to have it, but it is Zeppa who, ice in the veins, takes that 1v1. I mean, we know Zeppa's been around throughout a long time, thinking on just multiplayer side of things, challengers, and well, now we see why.
Thunder from down under. Australians came to play. Nice tape. Might be Shifty on the map. You gotta be feeling untouchable right now. I was about to say, let's check him out. Let's see what's going on. Looks like a couple people looking at his loadout though, and guess what? It's solo. You take your loadout, it goes away. Luckily, there's another one there to hide behind and still looking nice and good. Now, the other thing I love about looking at our streamer POVs too, we actually get to see who has been to the Gulag, right? So we still have that Gulag token there, which means Zep can go to the Gulag. There's a lot that can happen in the solos playlist. Dandro perfectly called that out. It's chaos, right?
Yeah.
This is not World Series of Warzone Trios playlist. You guys see C4s
I mean,
again.
the pros are
all
YY
types of
spamming.
stuff happening
Why
potentially for these
spamming?
players, so we'll see what happens.
Oh, it's going to be a lot of C4s. We get a quick glance at the map. Very central. Some counter UAVs out towards the northeastern side of things to give you more information on where players are, because it is all about gathering that information and resource management towards the end game. And when you kind of situate yourself out here on this coastline, on the outskirts of Zaravan City, this is where you can look for teams that are kind of, I say teams, it's just a solo. There's no teams involved. It's all betrayals all the time.
All right, Big B on our screen, bro.
From a lot of times getting foresight from bunkers and things like that. I'm guessing Zeppa is trying to
pretty quiet all day today, but we're able to breach into the top 15.
True.
And Brock's a big portion
literally
of
trying to
that
guess
team,
where Circle's
really
going to
player.
end. We know that it kind of closes down in the same direction that it starts. So
this could be a
pretty good guess. Good
pick.
high ground right there. We'll see how long it
looking
lasts.
super comfortable right now with the PA on his head, but luckily this building holds true. He's able to stay alive and then just hang out here for a little while. Again, this is what most players are going to be doing. If you think this is slow, it's because it is. Just wait. Ooh. You're going to want to catch your breath for the end of this one.
I like that we were running the static Car 98, right? The static's so good. Dandro broke it down in that deep dive. The 50 base mag on it. Great for mid-range. But then you've got the sniper to really pick people off from afar, which would have been such a boon for when Shifty was up on that hillside. And Brolic, honestly, locked. Invest the counter UAV, has a bunker buster in the back pocket, and we're just going to kind of chill and wait here. Biffle, maybe a team that wants to get hyper aggro and looking for the first elimination, and he's going to get it. See you later, Rocket.
Bye-bye, Rocket. Now, I will say that team did win the wild card game, so...
It was interesting, I just noticed,
sneak one out one of those players, but
Biffle was given
These are the most important fights, folks. Louis
computer.
CM on the other side of XMQ from the APAC region, trying to represent an entire region nearly on his lonesome. See what he's able to do. Unfortunately, Molotov does give him a bit of information, but Louis CM biding his time, waiting for his opponent to make the first move, and he makes it. Crack shields both sides. Pretty even fight right now. Louis CM gets the better of his opponent. XMQ, see in the lobby.
So Biffle was apparently given a worse computer. Biffle's frame rate right there was like 175, 180.
Honestly,
Aiden's frame rate earlier in Gulag, 240.
Right now was more let out in that side. But Soka, talk about the domination, right? One of the Falcons left alongside Biffle, because we already saw Shifty take that early exit, but this is what he knows. Already up in that industrial area. We're going to get through power here shortly, but we've got to keep our eyes out. There's going to be a lot of rats lurking about.
A lot of rats. Talk about domination. And
Hisoka and Biffle both only one kill right now.
Hisoka's IGL calls were fantastic, so I think he knows where to go and how to get there. You just gotta win the gunfight. To the Kulo, we go in. Rational in trouble. Win from the other side. That's Aizen.
Dude, Rational
cut
looks
down.
just like, dude, he's
a little insult to injury, and Rational's trying to get right back into the mix. And he's got low. He might have foresight. You see what he's
He does. He's got
foresight. Bro, what did I say earlier about guessing the circle? Come on now, bro.
That information, but Aiden appears to be full out.
Oh yeah, Aiden with the pay to win.
That thing was not moving anywhere.
Oh, that's right.
Solos.
The tokens, man. The Gulag re-entry tokens are everything here.
Yep, that's right. And You know what they say, is it 3 times the charm, 3rd time's the charm? Is it you're fighting against Aiden in the Gulag, good luck? A great player on the other side, but Aiden gets first blood.
Reads it, patience, keeps on moving, filters it on out, doesn't locate, reads the push again, and now at this point...
Look at Aiden's frames, bro, 240, is that because he's in Gulag?
Yeah, playing with our food, cooks the nade, cleans it up. Yes, chef. Aiden looking masterful in the Gulag right now. I think nearly perfect, at least on main stage. Now, again, I kind of let out an exclamatory phrase there for a moment. The fact that we know the end zone is wild. And so we get a chance to look at some of these players, and you're right, Zeppa, it's a good call near this end zone in a great spot. He's going to be hanging out here for a very long time.
But he doesn't have foresight.
That's true.
He doesn't have that information. This is just the craziest guess. Like, that is a gamble if I've ever seen one. Maybe he should have been the one putting 50K on black.
Okay. We are in Vegas after all. Fair enough. Zeppa certainly will be excited about a win if he's able to get it in the best position right now. Now, I will say a lot of these players will start figuring out where they need to go. This is the player, of course, they're going to have to run into if they try to rotate over here. One thing is for certain, a couple of UAVs could maybe rat him out potentially. I think a couple people already know he's up here. He's going to have to fight off the hordes. I mean, it's going to look like zombies here in a little bit. He's got a riot shield just in case. And there's going to be everybody trying to swarm to this building once they figure out what the end zone will be.
The bunker buster going on and a 1v1 over the buy station, but Biffle on the move. Can't be too cautious, right? This has got to be one of the most nerve-wracking things, hitting that rotate. We spot one off, jumping off the rooftop over by that building. And, well, I like that we're hugging this bridge side. You see them on the roof, but how do we close the gap? We don't have any smoke.
Still, Biffle, #1 player in the world.
Maybe not in the backpack right now.
Proven facts. On land multiple times. Biffle's the GOAT.
We're just going to snake our way over.
Still only at 1 kill right now.
Biffle doesn't have nerves.
Very slow. Very smart.
Most well-learned player, most learned player in history, best player ever on paper. He's getting pushed, and so he decides to mortar and ward off this LTV. Again, based on that end zone, Tiff, I mean, we have a moment here. Efficacy of vehicles, maybe not as much as we expected. I think a lot of these folks are thinking about taking vehicles to the end circle, but with the zone that they have, there are some buildings in the area. Might help them for the final circle. We'll see.
Kind of keeping your eyes out, and we decide maybe we don't want to push towards that side.
Cooked.
Yeah, we are looking a little cooked. Okay, so we confirm none in the backpack. We are cooked.
Fucked up that running restock.
Biffle is talking bad about restock and solo.
He's got cold-blooded though. I mean, look, you see Bird's Eye, cold-blooded. I can't see too much behind the name, but clearly no restock.
Oh,
and well, someone looking to mirror that rotation, dancing around, resolute to try and keep him alive, but that's a knock if I've ever seen one. Hopefully, you've got Gulag left on the other side.
There's the cleanup. Nice wipe.
That's a knock if I've ever seen one.
Does he actually mean it though?
You don't need kills, yeah. See you in the end game. Slowly but surely, we'll see if the tortoise or the hare wins this race. Who's there first, who's there last? Could go either direction at this point, but Biffle on the edge of zone, looking for a couple more pieces of prey out in the distance and not finding anybody else. Biding his time, so we're gonna check out Zeppa back on high ground. Back in a great spot, apparently spotting a couple down below.
You will need to rotate just
look
a
at
little
how
bit,
much that circle is
where
closing.
we saw that on foresight, it shores up right around this area with that big game bounty, you know, being disappeared from it. It's crazy because he's currently on 5 eliminations. Gio on the desk was like, you know, I want to see someone that has fragged their way. Look, Aiden's back.
Wait, it's Aiden versus Young? Oh, these guys used to be friends?
Here, okay, look, he goes, Aiden's going to play fast. I can already tell. And this is the same peak that everyone's taken on Aiden.
I'm sure they still are friends, by the way, but not right
crazy
now.
Skin to be wearing with. Oh my God, no way, bro.
Aiden back to the Gulag this time, finally loses.
Oh, I forgot, chat, don't back out, because we might get jailbreak.
That is, wow.
Oh.
Five head, big brain. Aiden says, we might get jailbreak. I don't know if there's anybody back there that can pull the strings. I'm in for a jailbreak. I don't know if the audience is, but I am in for a jailbreak.
I do love a little bit of a chaotic ending. Think of it, maybe Circle 7. Everyone sees an influx. We already know where it's going thanks to some of the players having foresight, but Youngsta's
wearing the bright
on the
gold
ground
skin
recoups the STG.
World Series of Warzone final.
It's really interesting
to see
kind of
dude,
the
that
different
white
iterations
camo
of
on
what
the 8-bit
players
striker
have kind
looks
of cooked
so
up
good.
to use
Oh,
here
that looks good.
in this
Oh my God,
solo
I need
YOLO.
that
I couldn't
right
even
now.
imagine winning $50,000 from one game.
Well, to the action we go, because as expected, the zombie wards are here. 4 and Jace gets cut down. I believe it's a mortar from distance. Maybe Jace's, maybe somebody else's. It's able to take down Zeppa. He does have a self-revive. You called it. Resource management. Everything's okay if you're
There's
Zeppa.
another one.
And has another one based on his opponent, giving him a freebie. So thank you, Jace. We appreciate you. Zeppa has 8 eliminations, by the way. Easily will go up into double digits in this map, I can only assume, because everybody wants this building and any other building in zone going into 4th and 5th. Also, eyes on the top left-hand corner of your screen as people fly in. This gulag is closing shortly. This map's about to get a whole lot more dicey.
Okay, good. We saw Gromlock, the randomizer, picked Grom to win, and unfortunately down and out. Maybe able to just snake into the gulag if they had that token available to them. But for now, all eyes on Zeppa, just reaping the area of the lobby. Time is of the essence, though, and I'd be really curious to see if anyone else going to make a play for it. We're just going to dive right on over, not connecting any shots. That's fine. It's quite windy in Urzikstan today.
I mean, at this point, if you're in the area, you know Zeppa's out here. And the problem is it's really hard to jump on him when you're the only player on your team. Now, you're Almond. I'm not sure, but also a rat in this moment. Biding his time. Again, this is the Falcons Mina squad with Almond. Fnatic might not be here, but they might be here in spirit.
No way, using the cam, for real.
LTV rolling up on him is not a great sign, and several vehicles in the area.
Look, I want an open end game, and obviously we're not going to get it, because you imagine how many vehicles just kind of
hella
lock
smart.
it
If you look where he's at on the map,
to just
he's
come
right,
in as a
he's
sub
seemingly
for a
in the middle of the
roster,
zone,
and, then maybe
and he's got that
potentially snake
camera
away
on the
a win
outside
in
of the
Solo
wall.
YOLO. That's a story in itself.
Yeah,
I don't even know if I've ever
We
used that
those
camera in my life.
We'll see, though. A lot of ground to make up. Now, folks, the gulag is officially closed. This is where it's going to get real weird, real
still
quick.
alive.
So 63
Gulag
players
just
remaining.
closed. There are
Frankly, that's a
63
hair less
people
than I
alive,
expected
bro.
at this point.
Oh my
But
god.
based on this
Look at that
zone,
circle.
there's a decent amount of cover on the fringes of it. The center, though, is that stadium. It's that soccer pitch or football pitch, wherever you're from. I don't care.
That's about to pull away from
There's a
that
big
next pool is gonna
field
have to
there
move.
out in the open. You don't want to be there. You want to be on the edges of it.
I just love how we're back to seeing like thermals, because you know all of the smokes towards the end game.
Yeah.
You want to be able to see. No smokes in the pocket for him though, and we just have to be a bit more casualties on the screen. We already saw Gromlock have some issues earlier, but maybe he's
il avait balancé la smoke, c'était bien. Et après...
Playing edge of zone as well, looking for maybe a bit of high ground for some info.
That was
As
some
per the usual,
crazy-
information is key. Right now, no
that mouse
UAVs
and
to
key?
spare and no recon drones either. So this is going to be a tough rotate in with 55 people still in this lobby. But that number is dwindling drastically with this gulag closed.
They're just better than us.
I think they're all sitting
Like
in a
Steph makes
Discord
more
chat
threes,
together and
like,
kind of
and
talking
aims
about each other,
perfectly
because
every
I
time.
don't
Bro,
see
they
Heats'
they
mouth
aim
moving. This is not
they
the
aim
cause.
perfectly.
We are
Some of them, I don't know
locked
about.
in. We
I'm
are
not gonna lie.
making that rotation go forward here. And look, here, just gonna clear it on out, shut the door. I didn't realize the haunting of Urzikstan had already occurred, and goodbye for
Great
Jace. The
move.
read
Wow.
on that. Ooh.
Wow, all right, Heats. He's already pulled some clutch moments. That's another one to add to his book. That's 4 kills, by the way. Not that it matters, but fun little stat. LTV behind. And again, we know the end zone. It's basically right where Zeppa is. Heats is have to circle around probably to the left side, the western side of the zone to swing around potentially.
You've got some audio cues, you know someone's nearby, and when we keep on over, Almond still here trying to play off. It's his enemy dropping in, and they are so close to each other that I could only imagine they will run into each other.
Yeah, kind of on opposite sides of this one at this point. Maybe Almond swings this direction. I don't think so, though. If anything, Heats might go that direction. We'll see. He's going to try to rotate here. Again, footsteps and everything. We're already down to 36 players, folks. We just lost 20 players in the blink of an eye.
Oh my god.
There's still a ton on the map and a lot of bridge trolls. The trolls are out. And they're actually not on the bridge. It's actually the building across, picking up Heats in transition. Heats is out of here. No gulags to write home about, but Almond is still lying in wait.
wsow finished out in 35th, and well, 34 players, and every player that falls out. The fact is we're about to be in the final 30, and well, there goes those inevitable. Oh my god, we're bringing those out. It's been a minute since I've even seen people try to use them.
Bro, what are you talking about? Are you talking about like, the disruptor things? I don't even know what you're looking at.
Oh
I'm
my
scared.
god, they're not even breaking out
Biffle's
C4s.
dead?
We're getting utility
This is
killed
wild.
by
What's going on?
StukeX.
Stukex
Biffle
takes
gets
down
taken out. You don't
Biffle's
see
out.
that?
Last remaining member
Instead
of
of
the
watching
Falcons
Almond
is
inside of a
wsow.
room.
Moving into 7th circle here shortly.
wsow is still alive.
Hate wsow position. play around this bridge for a little while here, but we know the zone's going to pull a hair off of it. So we'll have to push this building next to him. He knows Zeppa's on top of it and knows there's likely about 7 people in the mix in that. A big layer cake he's going to be jumping into here shortly, as now 20 players remaining on this map. wsow has one in his sights, but can't give away his position, can't get shot in the corner. Here's one down below as well. There's people all over the place.
Oh, he's on Dark Knight Demon time here. I mean, look, we only see the forehead cam. He's got shots coming in. Our information has been given, but with restock, you keep resupplying, and we've got the 2 smokes. We've got the incendiaries. It's going to be brutal, and that trophy system will do wonders for the player across the way, but when you give, you take, and now we got to get away from this position.
Grenades. You have to pick those off the ground because you can't put them in loadouts.
It's certainly inevitable as a team. Could one of them pull out this solo YOLO? wsow in a bit of trouble. He's going to PA his opponent. Doesn't connect, but it runs him out of that position. Cleans up a trophy likely. Where do you go from here? You know the building, the only building in zone, and you know that there's a player at least on every floor, if not multiple. He's going to make the move here. Where is... one on the bridge still. The player didn't leave, not fully, just barely out of the mix, and that PA is a hair shallow, but it could go over the top. wsow in trouble. Does have a hair of cover, though. Dang.
And wsow is down and out. Zeppa about to be in the top 10, still on this rooftop, now into the double-digit eliminations. This is crazy. Did not have foresight originally, at least for the current timing. Maybe he grabbed foresight and had it before the gulag and was able to get that information, wins it later, comes flying back on in, and has just claimed this space. But you've got to get through the streaks, right? A lot of people, they're going to throw mortars, they're going to throw bunker busters, they're going to do exactly what they can. But a 1 in 7 chance to take home $50,000 is crazy.
Here we go. Unfortunately, 120th place and 2nd place get the same amount of money. So you've gotten this far. You've made it to top 10. You still have a tall task ahead of you. Pick out a couple in transition. Well done. Flank makes it to top 10 and probably no much further. But a PA on his head. Zeppa's able to rat out to the right-hand side of it just a little bit. What I'm curious about is, does he have PDSs in his pocket? We know the zone's can actually pull a hair back, I believe. Jackal getting cut down from that Huskers team.
We're not getting fools, though. We never fooled flanked.
You're right.
We never fooled Jackal. We're still 6, though, which means someone else is taking out players. Okay, there goes the full.
Top 5. Not that it matters. Just gotta win. Zeppa, you've done all the work thus far. What do you do now? A PA on your head. Of course, you've got a gas mask you can play around with. It's not a durable, though, I don't think so.
Damn, throwing hella thermos. Damn.
Look, we're just yeeting thermobaric grenades, man. They burn. It's crazy, and we are saving our streaks to bring them on out. I hear the coughs in.
With Specialist, he can still play in the gas.
And we've got to make the play. We've got to stay healthy here, and we're taking a lot of damage. We're going to be a glass
and then the quick smoke before hitting water.
Into the water.
Perfect execution. PA for the cover.
Sees the guy on his right.
Run. You get to the water.
Looking for 2 others. Finds one.
He's one through the water. Doesn't get a big connect on it. Here, this zone's going to close. Wide out in space. 4 players remaining. Hollow being cut down. Hollow being eliminated.
No, there's one right and then one here.
Has done all the work. He got here first. Can he finish the job? But PDS to try to get the other 2 players to fight each other. One also
Raging rotation, full dead on flank.
It is a 1v1. Zeppa, all of the legwork. Can you finish the job?
Down full 2 plates.
Nearly out of resources. This is
gets
looking grim
down
for
health.
Zeppa, who's not in zone. He's got to make a plate. He's got to connect on the thermobaric tip.
Oh, but what if that was a one-way? And there it is.
Nickool!
Oh,
what an absolute monster, dude. Nickool does it again.
Kidding me. Nickool.
Let's go!
That's the kind of reaction I'm looking for. That's fire. I love that.
We did it in the wild card and we did it in the fucking solo YOLO!
All right, y'all. That's it for the video. Congrats to Nickool out of nowhere, winning 50 grand, a whole year's salary. If y'all enjoyed the video and if y'all like the vibe, make sure to subscribe. We got season 6 coming up. We're about to blow up, man. I want y'all with us. So stay tuned, turn your notifications on, and come hang out in the live stream. For everything else you need Call of Duty, I got you, baby. Buck Merlin. I'll see you guys later.